Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa. He also designed flying machines, studied human anatomy, engineered weapons of war, and composed music. Benjamin Franklin discovered electricity, invented bifocals, founded a nation, and mastered diplomacy. Elon Musk builds rockets, electric cars, brain-computer interfaces, and social media platforms. These men share something rare, something most people believe is impossible in the modern age. They refuse to be defined by a single skill. And here is what nobody tells you. There has never been a better time in human history to become a polymath. You have free courses from MIT and Harvard. You have AI tools that were science fiction 10 years ago. You have unlimited knowledge at your fingertips. Yet most people master nothing. Why? Because mastering anything in life requires you to master yourself first. And that is exactly what we are about to explore. The polymath myth. Society has sold you a lie, the lie of specialization. From childhood, you were told to pick one thing, focus on one path, become an expert in one field. The education system, the corporate ladder, the career counselors, they all pushed you toward the narrow road. But here is the uncomfortable truth. The greatest minds in history were not specialists. They were polymaths. The word itself comes from the Greek polymaths. It means having learned much. Aristotle wrote on physics, biology, ethics, politics, and poetry. Goethe was a poet, scientist, philosopher, and statesman. Marie Curie mastered physics and chemistry. A human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hog, con a ship, design a building, write a sonnet, balance accounts, build a wall, set a bone, comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pitch manure, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly. Specialization is for insects. The polymath is not a relic of the past. It is the future. And the path to becoming one starts with understanding what truly holds you back. The Golden Age. You are living in the most extraordinary time for learning in human history, and most people are wasting it. Consider what you have access to right now. MIT Open Courseware offers free classes on everything from quantum physics to artificial intelligence. YouTube has tutorials from world-class experts in every imaginable field. Coursera, Khan Academy, Skillshare. Libraries of knowledge that kings and emperors could never have dreamed of. And then there is AI. Tools that can teach you languages, debug your code, explain complex theories, and accelerate your learning by years. Free unlimited knowledge everywhere. 100 years ago, becoming a polymath required immense wealth, elite connections, or extraordinary luck. Today, it requires only one thing, the decision to begin. If this possibility is opening your eyes right now, hit like and subscribe to keep unlocking the secrets of mastery with me. Because what I am about to reveal is the real reason why most people never become masters of anything. Master yourself. Here is the secret that separates polymaths from ordinary people. It is not intelligence. It is not talent. It is not even time. It is mindset. Carol Dweck's research at Stanford University revealed something profound. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are static. They avoid challenges. They give up easily. They see effort as pointless. But people with a growth mindset believe abilities can be developed. They embrace challenges. They persist through obstacles. They see effort as the path to mastery. Mindset. The polymath understands that intelligence is not fixed at birth. Every skill you admire in others was once completely foreign to them too. The concert pianist once played their first clumsy note. The master programmer once wrote their first broken code. The brilliant writer once struggled to form coherent sentences. Your brain physically rewires itself with every new skill you learn. This is neuroplasticity, and it means the only limit on what you can master is what you believe you can master. But mindset alone is not enough. You need something else. Something that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Systems over goals. Goals are for losers. That is not my opinion. That is Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, who failed at dozens of ventures before becoming a millionaire cartoonist. And research backs him up. Goals are problematic for 3 reasons. First, they create a pass-fail binary. You either achieve the goal or you fail. There is no middle ground for progress. Second, goals live in the future, and when you finally achieve them, the satisfaction is fleeting. Third, goals are one-time events. They do not create lasting change. Systems create consistent progress. A goal says I want to learn Spanish. A system says I practice Spanish for 30 minutes every morning before breakfast. A goal says I want to be fit. A system says I exercise 3 times per week, period, regardless of how I feel. James Clear calls this identity-based habits. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. The polymath does not set a goal to master 5 skills. The polymath builds systems that make learning inevitable. But there is a hidden enemy waiting on this path, and it destroys more aspiring masters than any other obstacle. The plateau trap. George Leonard was an Aikido master and author who discovered the most dangerous truth about learning. Progress is not a straight line. It is a series of plateaus. You start learning something new and progress comes quickly. The excitement is intoxicating, but then something happens. You stop improving. Days pass, weeks, sometimes months. You practice, but nothing changes. The plateau feels like failure. This is where most people quit. They assume they have hit their limit. They believe they lack talent. They give up just before the breakthrough. But here is what Leonard discovered. The plateau is not where learning stops. The plateau is where learning happens. Your brain is quietly building new neural pathways. Connections are forming beneath the surface. The improvement is invisible until suddenly it is not. Every master who ever lived has spent most of their time on plateaus. The difference is they learned to embrace them. They understood that the plateau is not punishment. It is preparation. But 3 dangerous archetypes prevent people from embracing this truth. 3 deadly paths. Leonard identified 3 archetypes that destroy mastery. The dabbler, the obsessive, the hacker. The dabbler starts strong. They buy all the equipment. They throw themselves into learning with enthusiasm. But the moment progress slows, they get bored. They quit and move to something new. They are eternal beginners, masters of nothing. Starting is easy, finishing impossible. The obsessive cannot accept the plateau. They push harder. They practice longer. They burn themselves out chasing quick results. Eventually, they collapse from exhaustion or injury. Their desperation for progress destroys any chance of achieving it. The hacker reaches a comfortable level and stops. They do not want mastery. They want adequacy. They are content being mediocre at everything and exceptional at nothing. Most people are dabblers who quit at the first plateau. Which archetype have you been? Think about the skills you abandoned, the languages you started but never finished, the instruments gathering dust in your closet, the books half-read on your shelf. Recognizing your pattern is the first step to breaking it, and breaking it requires a specific strategy. The mastery path. The master walks a different path. They love the plateau, not because it feels good, but because they understand its purpose. They practice for the sake of practice. They find joy in the process, not just the outcome. When progress stalls, they do not panic. They stay curious. They experiment. They trust the process. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Here is the practical framework. First, embrace deliberate practice, not mindless repetition. Focused work at the edge of your current ability. Second, find teachers, not to replace your effort but to accelerate it. Third, schedule learning like an appointment you cannot miss, not something you do when you feel like it. 1. Practice at your edge daily. 2. Seek teachers and mentors. 3. Make learning non-negotiable. 4th, learn multiple skills simultaneously. The polymath advantage is that skills cross-pollinate. Your music improves your mathematics. Your writing improves your coding. Your philosophy improves everything. The connections between disciplines are where true creativity lives. But there is one final piece. The piece that makes all of this sustainable. Identity shift. You do not become a polymath by doing polymath things. You become a polymath by becoming a polymath. This is the identity shift. When you see yourself as a learner, a curious explorer, a seeker of mastery in multiple domains, your behavior changes automatically. You stop asking if you can learn something. You start asking how. You stop seeing limitations. You start seeing possibilities. Identity. This is not positive thinking. This is rewiring your self-concept. The actions follow the identity, not the other way around. Someone who identifies as a learner does not need motivation to learn. They learn because that is who they are. Identity drives behavior. Write it down right now. I am someone who masters multiple skills. I am a polymath in training. I embrace plateaus because they are where real learning happens. I build systems that make progress inevitable. Read it every morning. Let it sink into your subconscious. Let it become the truth of who you are, because the polymath life is not a destination. It is not a trophy to achieve. It is a way of being that makes every day richer than the last. The compound effect. Here is what nobody tells you about becoming a polymath. The returns compound. When you learn your second skill, you do not just add value, you multiply it. Each new domain of knowledge connects to all the others in unexpected ways. Steve Jobs combined calligraphy with technology to create Apple's revolutionary design language. Charlie Munger combined psychology, economics, physics, and biology to become one of history's greatest investors. Your unique combination of skills becomes your unfair advantage. No one else has your exact blend of knowledge. No one else sees the world through your particular lens. This is why the polymath thrives in the age of AI. Artificial intelligence can master single domains, but connecting ideas across disciplines, seeing patterns that span fields, that remains uniquely human. Your unique skill combination is your superpower. The more skills you master, the more valuable each additional skill becomes. The first is the hardest. The second is easier. By the third and fourth, you have learned how to learn. You have built the meta skill that accelerates everything else. But this only works if you commit to the long game. Your first step. Tomorrow you will wake up and you have a choice. You can continue living the same way, scrolling through content, watching others master skills while you dream about it, telling yourself you will start when the time is right, or you can take one small step. Pick one skill you have always wanted to learn, not 5, not 3. 1. Find one resource to begin. Set one 30-minute block in your calendar tomorrow. The journey of 1,000 skills begins with a single lesson. Do not overthink it. The polymath life does not begin with a grand plan. It begins with a single curious step forward. Then another, then another. The plateaus will come. The doubt will come. But now you know the truth. Plateaus are not failures. They are where real mastery is forged. You are living in the greatest age for learning in human history. You have every tool, every resource, every opportunity. The only thing standing between you and the polymath life is the decision to begin, and that decision happens right now. Leonardo da Vinci once wrote that learning never exhausts the mind. He understood something most people never grasp. The pursuit of mastery is not a burden. It is the richest way to live. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. You now have the blueprint, the growth mindset that makes anything learnable, the systems that make progress inevitable, the understanding of plateaus that separates masters from dabblers, the identity shift that transforms who you are. There has never been a better time to become a polymath. The tools are free. The knowledge is unlimited. The only question is whether you will use them. If you made it this far, comment POLYMATH ACTIVATED if you are ready to embrace the journey of multiple mastery. The wisdom of ages is yours. Use it well. If this unlocked something in you, subscribe for more. The vault has deeper treasures waiting.